And John touched on the mention of these Bakken fields that they are developing out in South Dakota and places like that out west in the Northwest. Fracking, as it's commonly called, is not safe. They're talking about fracking as being some marvelous invention, some tremendous step forward. It's not. It's polluting our aquifers, our groundwater. It is not a good situation, and it's pulling just a little bit of oil out of the ground for a very short term, but I think we're going to pay for it in the long run.
Well, let me give you a perfect example of that since he brought it up. Fracking in New York is outlawed, okay? You cannot frack in New York. Guess who helped stop that? And look it up on the internet. The CEO of ExxonMobil went to court and said, do not frack in my backyard. You can look it up on the internet, folks. The CEO of ExxonMobil stopped fracking in his home state. So it's okay for everybody else in the world, but it's not okay for the CEO of ExxonMobil. Think about how ridiculous that sounds. Look it up on the internet again. I'm going to keep saying that because I want you guys to go out and start looking at this stuff. Right. This is real, and this is your future. You know, you can say, well, gosh, John's going to handle. I can't handle this. You know, I come up with the invention. I'm here today to bring you young people in to assist us, to help us, and to spread the word to other people, and to actually listen to this seminar, because this is actual fact. I have a huge amount of experience in the oil business, and I've worked on this for 11 years, and you know, this should say it all to you guys. I'm not looking to make a penny off it, and I'll probably make a little bit of money off it, but this is not about me. This is about my grandkids, this is about you young people, and this is about young kids and the future generations of this planet. And it's critical that someone starts speaking up. I haven't had a voice till now. Actually, to be truthful, with Mike, Luke, and Virgil come along, you know, we're trying to create a voice for this. And you know, the technical stuff to this new energy invention is nothing compared to us to bring this to you guys in a fair and balanced way to create a healthy world. The technical side to me is the easy part. It's done.
And we're going to get into that a little bit later as well. And so right now we're at the point where if we don't have a new invention, you know, we don't have a sustainable planet, we don't have a society. So now let's talk about...
let me say one more thing that explain that. I could just as easy show you a picture of a nuclear bomb going off in the world, all over the world, a nuclear war, as I could explain to you what will happen in the future. Pakistan has all kinds of nuclear weapons. Do you actually think that they're going to go without energy as other people get the oil? You don't think that the wars are going to start over oil and water shortages, by the way, but oil too? The first country that gets shorted because we're starting to run out of oil, all hell's going to break loose around the world. And if you don't think so, you better think again. And it's coming a lot faster than what people think. The governments are not going to allow us to use up the last drop of oil and say, oh, boy, all the oil's gone. They're going to cut us off way ahead of time for good reason. Army, security, you know, hospitals, you name it. So, you know, I think this might be our last hoopla right now. And they're allowing everybody to get cheap gas and they're all excited, but it might be the last hoopla. And I worked for the oil company. It's not like oil's a big pool of oil underneath the ground. I'm telling you that it's at 31 billion barrels a year, we're consuming it fast. One last thing. We had a population of 1.5 billion people in 1950. 1.5 billion people. Today there's 7.3 billion people, 7.4, and it's growing. You know the strain on our resources around this planet, and people are not telling us about it. People are not telling you about it. They're acting like you guys are fools or ignorant or something. You're not. You just don't know these things.